Happy Monday. It is Monday. We for a while we were doing Forever After That on Mondays. It's kind of taken, the schedules have interfered. So it's kind of taken the back seat until we sort that out. But I'm going to come in anyway today because sometimes I just get that push, and today I'm getting that push. So, very important subject matter just coming up now. And I feel like I need to let that message come through whether anyone joins me or not. I hope that a few will join me. If not, it'll be posted. I may lose a few friends. So I've got people texting me now. Hold on. Well, no. So I'm going to go ahead and get started on this in just a minute. I don't want to be like one of those influencers that sits there and waits for a crowd. I'm not going to wait. If the message comes, it comes. First off, this is an easier place to start. Please know that as we expand, as we grow into our true selves, we become very, very powerful beings. We've always been powerful beings, we've just forgotten. So every thought that we have these days, every energy that we put forth holds power. Very, very important to remember that you are a powerful being, that you've come here for something very, very important. This is a very important time to be alive. There you are, Vita. Let's talk this out, okay? Go ahead and share it with me. I almost want to bring you in. It is a very important time to be alive. It is a very powerful time to be alive. We are energy before we're physical. Every energy that we put out, that we take in, that we put out, holds potential for either, hi Vita, for either goodness or not so goodness. That's a good way to put it. Now, I've been sitting back, I've been doing a lot. I'm an observer. I love to watch people. Since I was a child, people watching has always been one of my favorite things. We have this crazy thing called Facebook. We have all these crazy social networks now. So we can people watch from our bedrooms. We can people watch from wherever we want. And for me, I begin to follow trends. I'll watch. I pay attention to what's going on with my own physical world. I'm a people watcher of me also, because we're all too different. We're very different beings in that we are very physical in a 3D environment. And then when we tune into our higher selves. We gain that higher perspective. So my higher perspective oftentimes likes to spend time looking at this physical way that I'm existing. And sometimes when I tune in, I'm able to get some pretty good guidance because of that. We all are. It's good to tune in. There is something very important that came to me this morning. And I'm kind of slowing down the pace because I want to share it with whoever's supposed to hear it. I'm going to share this video out. I hope that other people will share it. It feels very important. I also may lose a few friends. See my evil grin, because I'm okay with that. I'm not in this for the numbers game. I'm in it because when Spirit gives me a message and it needs to come through, it comes through in such a powerful way that I can't even breathe through it. And I'm opening myself to that message. And the message is all about pedestalizing today. And I want you to spend a few minutes considering this thought. Since who knows how far back we have pedestalized Jesus, Yeshua. We pedestalized many religious figures. We've pedestalized kings and queens and princes and princesses. We pedestalize our actors and actresses and singers and football players, baseball players. We seem to love to put people on a pedestal. And at first it seems like it's an honor, doesn't it? Think about it. We're like, oh, yeah. And some people will hold on to that feeling of honoring that person that's on the pedestal. But 9 times out of 10, probably 10 times out of 10, there will always be a group of people who will look at that person on the pedestal and they will find all kinds of reasons to knock them off the pedestal. They'll find all kinds of reasons to give them a really hard time. Politicians. Yeah, we can find lots of reasons for passing judgment on different people. And even if they're not even responsible for certain things, we'll still make them responsible. We love the energy of pedestalizing and then knocking people down, the energy of judgment has been with us for a very long time. I don't think, let me check. No, it was not in the original plan. This was not in the original blueprint. We were not supposed to beat each other up. We are beings of pure, perfect love. That is who we are. We come from the energy of pure, perfect love. So in an energy of pure, perfect love, there is no pedestalizing. There is no judgment. It doesn't exist. There's no hatred. There's no pointing the finger. There's no gossip. There's none of that where we find somebody and we all gang up on them. There's no conspiracy theories. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. Conspiracy theories are a creation that comes from this very, very negative energy that is on our planet. And it is becoming exponential. We've always had some really difficult energies to work with. I'm not saying that now is that much different than other times, but we are in a very, very powerful time where each one of us is coming into our truth. We're remembering who we are. And there are many on the planet that have no idea who they are, and yet they are also advancing, maybe a little more slowly, but their DNA is advancing and they are becoming more powerful beings also. So we've got a planet full of powerful beings, maybe more powerful than we have ever been in physical form. And they are all very, very confused. And they are all, not all, but many, and there are many, many of them that are in fear because they feel changes going about in their physical body. Everyone on the planet is changing physically, very, very quickly. And because we're going through all these physical changes and emotional changes, and we're just really shifting very quickly, it becomes Ina? I think that's who I see. Hello. It becomes this very fear. The fear begins to take over, doesn't it? It begins to be like something's changing. Now, you know how humanity is. We don't like changes. I love changes, but most of humanity doesn't like change. It's really a very old soul that will jump into a change comfortably and say, yeah, I'm okay. I like change. It's exciting. Baby souls are afraid. Hi, Melissa. Let's keep it slow here because as we're starting to gather, I don't want you guys to miss this. It's very important. So I want you to, these are the three main points so far. We're in a world of big change, energetically changing. We are physically changing. Our DNA is advancing. We are going through huge, massive ascension symptoms. Lots of headaches, dizziness, heart palpitations. Anxiety is huge from everyone that I've been talking to, having these huge anxiety attacks or fear-based responses to even little tiny things. Being more sensitive than ever before. I've always been sensitive. This is crazy sensitive now. Everything. The food that we're eating, the lighting, the smells, anything that we expose ourselves to. We're very sensitive to electronics. And I'm sitting in front of it again, which means we need to get out away from them into nature as much as we can. We're sensitive to these energies that are coming off the sun. We're sensitive to the cycles of the moon and to the tide rolling in and rolling out, and to the air that we're breathing, and to the toxins in our environment, and to the food that we're putting into our body. I could go on all day. We are very, very sensitive because it is part of our expansion and growth right now. But for those who don't understand what's going on, hi Lauren Riley, for those who don't understand what's going on, it's creating a massive amount of fear. And that fear creates this need in many to judge, to see, okay, I'm not feeling well. Whose fault is it? You know, how many times from the time that we're little kids, something hurts me. I'm going to look and see what hurt me. Who caused that pain? You know, I grew up with 4 siblings. I got a swat up beside the back of my head. I'm going to turn around, try to see who's doing it, and I'm going to lash out likely. Because that's how young people, that's what we do. We like, somebody hurts us, we want to hurt back. That's humanity, right? So right now, and what I already talked about earlier, I want to bring up again, is the way that we have learned over eons to put certain people on pedestals. And the moment you put that person on a pedestal, man, they're in trouble. They are in trouble. I'm sorry. I've been in situations before where suddenly people put me in a place of, attention. And sooner or later, somebody found a reason to find fault. It's probably why I don't come on here very much. Because when people start to go to that person as a teacher, as a leader, as a, I don't know, you can go up to the kings and queens, actors and actresses. My gosh, as soon as we have somebody that sings a beautiful song, we put them on a pedestal. And then once they're on that pedestal, somehow we think we own them. And we start trying to learn everything. We start trying to take pictures of their children. You know, think about the horrible things that have been done to children of politicians, of presidents. How we put them out there and we want to know everything that they're doing. And then we pick on them and we call them names. And it's really not something that's very pretty in our own history. And I know that I say this now. Hi, Jenny. I say this because I can be just as guilty in me. And now, please hear this, okay? I'm not trying to guilt anyone. But in me is that wiring too. In me is that we've learned this over a very long time, right? Where we want to somehow to put 3 girls in a room together. Just to say, you know, like, have you ever had a sleepover with your kids and your daughter has 2 friends come over? If your daughter has 1 friend come over, everything's great. Or a big group usually is pretty okay. But if you get 3 of them, there's going to be trouble because 2 of them will gang up on the 3rd one. It's in our wiring. You can see it in little ones, very young ones. It's in us. It's old programming. It's old energy. It really needs to go away. And the reason why I'm saying this now is because we are in such a powerful time. All of us are in this very, very powerful energy. There's a lot of negativity on the planet that we are creating. I'm not going to blame it on somebody else. I know there's a lot of people that will find blame in extraterrestrials or people on the other side of the border or whatever. You know, it's our human nature to try to find somebody else to blame for our own negativity or for the negativity that's all around us. But we are powerful creators. Each one of us, if you've come here as a light worker, let me just say this, and I know some people will fall away from this video later on, whoever watches it. There will be people that'll say, okay, she's out. Because if you are falling into conspiracy theories that are creating monsters from nothing, that are passing judgment on people, calling them lizards, calling them, who knows what you're calling them. This is not a light worker's job. We are here to bring light into the planet. We are here to anchor light into the planet. We do not come here to spread negative rumors about people, to spread negative energy. I see many light workers. I told you earlier in this, I watch people, and I see many. There are supposed light workers and spiritual workers. They have beautiful things on their pages, and then they will post something about a certain person and call them some horrible name, attach them to some conspiracy theory, and create all kinds of negative energy. Look, guys, we're really powerful beings. If we are here to bring light into the planet, and we are creating from darkness, from dark isn't really a good word, negativity, from that really horrible energy of judgment and fear, what are we doing? Are we anchoring the light? Right now, it's the most powerful time to be alive. To be a light worker right now, we're here doing our work. So in every breath that we take, in every word that comes out of our mouth, in everything that we do, we need to remember to go back and check in, take a pause. What am I doing? Am I spreading light? Or am I spreading negativity? Am I bringing negative energy in? Because I am a powerful being. And not only am I creating that energy that is affecting my life, but it affects my children, and it affects, and it's like this little bitty ripple on the lake that becomes bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, because as it affects different people, they go out and spread it, and then that one spreads it, and that one spreads it to 10,000, and pretty soon the whole world has this massive tidal wave of energy that is going around the planet because of one little thing, one little lie, one little crazy story that we created that came out of that negative energy. Okay? I know that I'm going to make some people very angry, but we have no place in conspiracy theories, and we have no place in judgment anymore. We are powerful beings who are here to anchor light onto the planet. Yes, that stuff is happening. There's negative stuff out there. I'm not saying it's not there, but it's not our place to focus on it, because if we focus on it, we are creating from that energy too. We are in it. We just throw ourselves right in the mud puddle with it. Okay? So I feel like this message needs to get out more and more and more. And it's probably, I got big, it's like I feel them right here at the back of my neck, like forcing this. And I don't want to be too pushy with people. But if we don't stand up and say, hey, enough, enough, enough. Please stop spreading negative energy. You are here to spread love. We are powerful beings of love. Every single one of us on the planet is a powerful being of love. Every single one, even those ones that you judge. They are not any better than you, and they are not any worse than you. They are all beings cut from the same cloth of love. The energy that's on the other side that you call God or Source, whatever name you want to give that energy, is pure, perfect love. That's it. Pure, perfect love. There is no judgment from that beautiful energy. I experience it on a regular basis. I'm sure you do too. You sit there and you meditate, you pull in this energy of Source, your higher self comes in, and all you feel is you're bathed in perfect love. That's it. That's it. That's all there is. There is only love. There is no judgment. There's no sending people to hell because they didn't do a certain thing or say a certain thing. There is no hell. We create hell here. I'm not saying that there is no hell, because we can certainly create it right here. Nobody's getting thrown in a fiery pit. We are all cut from the same cloth. Now, what we do physically on planet Earth, sometimes we've got to heal, do massive healing work because of what we've done. I'm not saying that it doesn't affect the soul, but the soul itself is beautiful, perfect, and nothing but love. And every one of those people that are walking the planet are connected. Every one of us are connected by a golden cord. We are those people that we're judging. That queen that just died, she's me, and she's you. She's not a lizard. She's not yes, she's had a difficult time. My gosh, I can't imagine the responsibilities of being a queen for 70 years. I can't even imagine how she lived as long as she did. I have a hard time with just 6 kids. I can't even imagine. Please be easier on people. Spend some time with your soul. What does your soul say? Doesn't matter what people are telling you. It's not okay to jump on the bandwagon of negativity. It's not okay. And if you don't agree with me, it's okay if you unfriend me and you stop listening to me. But I'm telling you right now that we are in a powerful battle. Right now, there's a battle going on. And we are the ones that are creating it. We are creating the negativity. We're creating this judgment. When you create that energy, you will receive that energy. If you're sitting around pretending like it's somebody else's fault that you're having a difficult time, take a look at what you're doing. Are you passing judgment? Sometimes we go through difficult times because it's part of our growth and expansion. Sometimes it's just as part of being alive. But if you're in a place where everybody's giving you a hard time, those times when everybody seems, you go out to the grocery store and everybody's giving you that stink eye, and nobody wants to cooperate with you, and people are just about running you over out in the streets. They're super aggressive, and you're just like, what in the world kind of energy is going on? And then I want you to say, wait a minute, what energy am I putting out? Because I'm a mirror. And if I'm receiving all of that negativity from people, I am giving that negativity, whether I'm speaking it or not. Energetically, I'm in a low vibration, and I'm attracting a low vibration. It's time for us to be responsible. Absolutely. Because this is what we're here for. We are here to spread love, to give love, to anchor love onto the planet. And if we don't do it now, who's going to do it? This is what you signed on for. You signed on for this. So when you do the opposite, you're not following your path. That is the only time when we go off our path. People are always like, "Oh, am I on your path? On my path?" Of course, you're on your path. Wherever you are is your path. It's your choice. You have free will and free choice. But if you came in here to be this light worker that you claim to be, then your job is to spread love, not conspiracy theories. Okay? I need people to hear that. It's not doing the world any good to create fear. We're not doing our job if we're creating fear, and conspiracy theories are fear-based. Anything that is fear-based is not of God. That's man. We created that here as a fun little game for ourselves at some point. I'm done with it. I'm done with the fear. I want the love. And I hope that you do too. I really, I hope that you join me in this way of thinking, because it's so important. When I see anything that is fear-based, that is conspiracy theory on anybody's page, I don't care how much love and light they put out there, if they're falling into conspiracy theories and they're spreading fear, I back away. I won't be a part of it. It is each one of us, it's our responsibility to say, I'm here to give love, not fear. It's so simple. If it comes from fear, it's not of God. If it comes from love, it is of God. Go in the direction of love, not fear. It's as easy as that. I hope I didn't put anybody too far off, but hi, Veronica. Sometimes those messages come through so strongly, and it really needs to be heard, and it needs to be repeated, and I hope that you'll take this message today and you'll put it in your think tank and you'll play around with it and say, wait a minute, what have I been doing? We all do. I do too. I'm just as guilty. Very physical. I have a strong ego that likes to play games too. Sometimes yesterday I was in a rough place. I was really feeling sad and broken. And I know that in that place I'm not always love and light. In that place I can sometimes be impatient. I'm working on myself. But I understand that this world is very tough. We're not expected to be perfect 24/7. But we can be better if we take a pause before we speak, if we take a pause before we react, if we go, oh gosh, I feel it welling up in me. Oh, stop, I'm going to step away for a minute. Just take the time to remember your soul and to remember that beautiful soul that you've got is nothing but pure perfect love. Okay? Thank you, Veronica. I hope that you'll share this out. It's a very important, we all need to find a way to share. We all need to find a way to have our voices heard, to bring about the shift, because this is my way of creating a ripple that I hope goes out and creates a tidal wave that shares out love across the planet, so that we remember who we are. It's wake up time. I know you've woken up already, but sometimes we go back into our slumber. We forget who we are. I'm telling you who you are today. You are a being of pure perfect love that is cut from the very cloth of source energy of God. And you are here to share that love. And that's it. The rest of it, let it fall by the wayside. Don't fall in. Don't fall into all that other stuff that's going around now. Just don't do it. Stand with me today. Let's be loved today. And that's all. Anybody that wants to stick around for a few minutes, we got a few people. If you want to just share that out with me today, what we'll do is we're going to go into a little bit of quiet time together, solitude. Get yourself all grounded and just sit with me. And let's allow ourselves, thank you, Veronica. Let's allow ourselves, as we're, I really do believe that. There's not a lot of, I have to pick and choose in the Bible, but the one of my favorites is where 2 or 3 are gathered together. When we gather and our energy connects, because we're so in tune to one another these days, this universal energy starts to connect. It just expands. We blow up this huge, big bubble of beautiful energy, and it goes out to wherever it needs to go, because we're giving it permission to do that. So if you'd like to join me, you can be anywhere in the world. It doesn't matter how far apart we are. We're all still connected. So we're going to take just a minute. Just feel yourself grounded. Tell yourself, put your feet on the ground, on the floor, wherever you are. It doesn't matter. You're setting your intention. to be grounded into Mother Earth right now. To feel those roots come out the bottom of your feet. And then you just click in like a seatbelt. Sometimes I hear that noise. Just click. So you just tell yourself, ground. And then I want you to tell yourself to center. And I want you to feel that earth energy. And I want you to feel those beautiful chakras, the energy centers in your body. They're just aligning right now. So hold yourself nice and straight and feel that energy come all the way up. Bing, 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 bing. You're just this beautiful rainbow inside, lighting right up. And then take a big breath and just breathe. You pull it in as if I want you to see yourself pulling in the rainbow. It's just coming in through your nose and your mouth when you're breathing. And then you're just going to let it go nice and slow. And as you do it, I want you to imagine that you are filling up right in the center of you. You can feel this beautiful energy begin to expand. And just keep pulling that in. We're all perfectly protected. I'm a big believer in calling in Archangel Michael. He's my best friend. So we're all perfectly connected in this little mini session. Perfectly protected and connected through beautiful golden cords that only allow love, only love in this space. You call in your own team. I know you, even if you don't know you've got a team, you do. You have a beautiful team. Call in your spirit guides, your angels. Archangels are available to everyone. At any moment, they come right out through here, right through your heart space. They're just whoop. So we're calling them all in right now. And I want you to allow your higher self, move yourself, just shift your energy out of that little egoic worry-war energy and shift it over to that higher. As if you're looking down on this crazy world. Just smile. It's all a game. They're just playing a game. Don't let it get to you. Just rise above it for today. And keep breathing in this beautiful love energy. As you do, you're getting all kinds of good clearing. Archangel Michael is invited in to cut any cords, attachments, any negativity, any hooks, any curses, any spells. Around the back side, the front side, everyone that watches this just getting a nice clearing. Whatever you're ready to let go of. They won't take anything unless you're ready. So as you're ready to release any negativity that you've picked up along the way, just relax your hands, your shoulders. Just relax and let them clear that away for you. Feels so good to be nice and clear. I'm coming all the way up through all the chakras, and I feel a lot of energy now. It feels as if there's a crown being placed on my head. Can you feel that warmth? That's what angels feel like. They feel like this warm energy. So right at the top of the crown now, there's this beautiful light. It's coming down from the sky above you. This beautiful source energy. It's perfect golden light shining down. This pillar. And the reason that it's doing that is because you are being honored for who you are. This beautiful light coming right down, shining on the top of your head. It goes down all the way through every one of your energy centers. It brings healing, brings that recognition, remembering who you are right now. Remember who you are. All the way down through every one of your chakra centers. Clearing away, asking for the healing angels, Archangel Raphael, Yeshua also, always, to come down through and just anywhere where you have any disease state in your body. If you're willing, you just say yes. Let them just work with you, removing those pains. Also, the ascension symptoms that we're all suffering, we can ask for a little relief today. We'd all like a good night's sleep, please. And thank you. I know that's been difficult for most of us. And feel that energy settle in now. I want you to sit in this now. It's as if you're in this egg. You're wrapped in a beautiful bubble. And the energy that is in that bubble is all you. You have the most amazing energy. Your soul is pure, beautiful, golden love of light and beauty and anything that you can. It's so beautiful. Just feel that energy fill up that space. And as you're taking this little spa day, enjoying this beautiful energy, I want you to imagine now this world needs you to share. So you have a huge abundance. You have more than you could ever use. I want you to see yourself now sharing this energy out. And all of us at the same time on the count of 3. Just share it out to wherever it's needed. If you have a particular person or people that need it, you may be specific. Otherwise, let's just share it out all the way around the earth, bringing a tidal wave of love on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. I see it as a wave of golden energy like the ocean, and it's just washing over anywhere that needs it. The entire earth herself, and the people, and the animals, and the trees, and the plants, and the rocks. Instilling everything that you see with this beautiful love. There is nothing that is more powerful than the energy of love. Nothing. Wherever you see fear, love always conquers. Just let it roll on out. Beautiful. Just like 60 seconds. 60 seconds. Hi, Stephanie. Very well done. It's like putting out the flames. All these crazy things that are going around. We're just going to send this love all the way around the planet. Put out all those fires. Just let love be the guide here. We have to do this often. Share it out. This is what we're here for. Now I want you to pull your energy back into that bubble. Pull yourself all the way back in. Thanking your higher selves, your angels and guides, your ancestors that have joined us. How beautiful. Take a big breath. Pull it all back in. We're asking for you to be fully protected throughout your day. Only love in and only love out. Hi, Lisa. I hope you'll go back and watch this important message today. Feel yourself completely wrapped up now in love and protection. Thanking Archangel Michael for continuing to protect each one of you as you go out through your day, feeling safe, protected. Beautiful. One more big breath. Take it all in. Feel yourself coming back into your body. Take this love with you. Let it reach out. It's like when I put myself in a bubble, I say only love in and only love out. And when I go out into the world, I try to focus on that. And it's almost like you can see these little tendrils of energy that reach out and they touch people. So you're walking through Walmart, which is where we need this energy more than anything. You're walking through Walmart and you can see all of a sudden a smile touches someone's face, or they look around and they're like, what was that? You have a massive effect on the planet. Your energy is so important. Remember to hold it in the love and hold it in light. I love you guys so much. I hope that you'll pass this around. It's the only purpose is just to get this message out. I love you guys. I will see you again. Hi, Deborah. I missed you earlier. Let me make sure I didn't miss any. Lauren, I've been trying to read, but I've been too wrapped up, so I'll check in with you a little bit. Very good. I should announce myself so you guys could get in here when I first start. But Dana, hi. But I'm not so good at that. I'm a very in the moment kind of person. Take good care of yourselves. Love you, Vida. I see that. Take good care. I love you guys, and we'll talk to you again soon. Thank you, Veronica. Very sweet.